Hey y'all, welcome back to At the Table podcast. I am your host, Fikayo. I first want to begin this podcast with a huge thank you. I could not have expected the amount of love and support that I would get after the intro episode. I literally felt so loved. Like, y'all's excitement for this podcast had me so excited. Thank you guys so much. So this is like our first real episode. Last episode was like just the introduction, but this is like we're gonna be sitting, we're gonna be talking. And what I figured our first episode should be about is like New Year's resolutions 2023. And I was wondering, do y'all make New Year's resolutions? I usually don't. This year is the first time that I'm actually doing something like this, and I'm really excited. I guess I just decided that 2023, I wanted to be very intentional with it, and I want to be in control of the woman that I am becoming, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know. I'm turning 23 this year. I think that it's time for me to have a grasp on who I am becoming. So that is why this year I really want to be intentional. And we will talk about all of those resolutions and what that looks like, or what I want 2023 to look like for me. But before that, I do want to introduce a new segment to you guys. This segment will just be the question, how are you? And this question is very important to me because it'll be a check-in for me and you, for you to sit down and think about it and reflect, like, how are you, like, for real, and for me to think about how I'm doing as well. I find that in the hustle and bustle of life and things happening and things going on, sometimes the person that I neglect the most is Fikayo. So I just want to make sure that in this podcast, we are tending to self as well. So I guess I'm the first to answer the question, huh? How am I doing? How is Fikayo doing? I sincerely am saying I'm doing okay. I have been tending to all of my New Year things that I need to get done, so that's been fun. But aside from that, like, I'm okay. Like, I'm really okay. Alright, so now it is time for the fun part. While making my New Year's resolutions, I was just like, okay, Fikayo, who do you want to be at the end of 2023? And what does the woman that you want to become look like? So I wrote all of those adjectives down, and I came up with 8 words specifically. If you are on my Instagram, then you would have already seen this post. Well, you would have seen the post of my vision board, but you would see the words growth, love, faith, surrender, friendship, consistency, discipline, and communication. And these are things that I am either learning or I need to learn. Aside from the word growth, because growth is essentially just my big word for this year. But for love, I want to start learning how to love people more and letting the people who I do love in my life know that they are loved. As for faith, I want to demonstrate and be in my faith more and harder, I guess. For surrendering, this word is a word that God gave me specifically in my heart one day when I was praying, that like I hold on to so much sometimes, and I feel like I have control of everything, that sometimes I just don't let God be God and let him work through my life, I guess. So surrendering this year is definitely something that I am learning. Friendship has been something that I have struggled with immensely. One day we will have a conversation, we'll talk about it, and it will be very lengthy. But friendship and what it is at its core is something that I am learning. It isn't necessarily that I don't have friends. I have friends. It's just I wish I was a better friend to my friends. So that is something that I definitely need to improve on this year. Consistency and discipline are 2 things specifically that I need to build this year. I have been trying to build it a little bit last year, but this year I really need to get my consistency and discipline together for real. And the last thing is communication. I really, really struggle with communication as well. It's been something that I have been teaching myself over the course of many years now, and I have slowly, ever so slowly, been getting better, but it is something this year I definitely want to highlight and be intentional about working on. So these 8 words are essentially highlighted words in my head, but aside from these 8 words, I also have very, very specific goals that I am trying to reach. And not only have I written down goals, but I also have ways that I'm going to get to each goal. And the first goal I have is I want to be healthy. And I'm talking about like real healthy. So I have started scheduling my doctor's appointments. I'm talking about dentist, gyno, getting blood work done, my general doctor, getting all of those things done, because y'all, your body is literally like a car, and just like how your car needs servicing and maintenance and all those things, I feel like my body, or your body, is basically the same thing. So going to your doctors and getting checked out is very, very important. And at the end of the day, if you're able to like take care of yourself now or catch something now instead of having to wait until it becomes a bigger problem, it is much better, because like truly, health is literally wealth. Another one of my goals is to have a better grasp and understanding of my finances, or of finances generally. So I will be going to see a financial advisor. I will be organizing all of my cards and all of my I don't know, my banks or whatever, and just doing like a financial audit and looking over everything that has to do with me financially. Another one of my goals is I want to be able to write better, and I want to read more books. And those kind of go hand in hand, I know. But the way that I plan on getting to that, or writing better or reading more books, is journaling more. I find that when I journal more, I want to read more. And also because of my journaling, I guess, I am building my own author's voice. I think that's what they call it. But in journaling, I am practicing how to write. So I want to do that more this year. And I also want to start specifically writing, or the beginning works of a book or a short story or something. I really want to be intentional to catering to this skill. Another thing I want to do is I want to look good, like physically. I want to look good. I want a body yaddy yaddy. I'm kidding. I don't want a body yaddy yaddy, but I just want to feel confident in the way I look. So because of that, I have gotten a personal trainer, and I also do morning runs. So a personal trainer on top of my morning runs, I think, will be a great combo, because like I remember last year, right, when summer came around, and I was like, dang, I really wish I had a summer body, but it was already too late, obviously, because it was already summer. So I just even like how I'm getting started on all of this early. So you too, if you are thinking about having a summer body, get started now with me, so that we can, in the summer, we can oppress our enemies together. I am kidding, please, I'm kidding. But yeah, start that now. Another thing is I want to be more feminine. I feel like I sound so corny saying this, but it is so true. I want to be feminine, you guys. Like, I want to smell good. I want to look good. I want to take care of myself. I want to have my nails always done. I want to have my hair always done. I want to be one of those girls. And when I think about the woman that I see myself growing up into, I feel like she is a super boss lady, and she always smells good, and she always has her nails done, and her clothing, she's just always put together. So in that, I'm looking, or I'm doing TikTok research on the best perfumes, and I want to start wearing earrings and high heels and dresses and all of the works. But becoming more feminine is a huge goal for myself. Another thing I want to work on this year is being stronger in my faith. I truly believe that, well, I truly believe in God. I believe in God, period. And I just want to become a stronger woman in faith. I really want to learn how to, my highlight word, surrender to God. I also want to do other things like go on hikes. I want to eat cleaner. I want to do things like self-care. I definitely want to implement more self-care days in my routine. I definitely want to go out and hang out with my friends more often, and not only as a group, but also do one-on-ones with my friends as well. Just things that will grow me. I want to get a hobby. Well, I already have a hobby, kinda. I have like plants, and I have many plants, and it's becoming like a problem right now. We'll talk about my plants one day as well. I'm so excited. But I want to grow new hobbies. Like, the goal of this year for Fikayo, if you cannot tell, is for me to sit in myself comfortably. Do you know what it means to sit in yourself comfortably? It literally means for you to have defined yourself by yourself, well, with God, but for you to have defined yourself by yourself and you are okay with who you are. Like, no social media pressure, no nothing. Like, nobody telling you who you're supposed to be and what that looks like. It's like you coming into terms with what you like genuinely and what your style is generally and what you like to do generally, and just being okay with that. And that's who I want to be. And not only do I want to just sit in myself comfortably, well, be okay with who I am, but also be the best version of who I can be. So going on these walks, taking care of myself, maintaining my weight and all of these things, not letting myself go, getting the degrees, getting the certs, everything, just holistically taking care of Fikayo as a unit is my goal for this year. And hopefully, if I am able to be intentional by doing all of these things this year, painfully, I will admit that it may be, probably will be very painful. If I'm able to start to do all of these small things and implement all of them into my life this year, that hopefully by 2024, the things that I'm working really hard to implement in my life now becomes a habit that I do subconsciously later. And that is literally the goal, for me to begin to train myself, discipline myself to do all of these things, so that later it's not a thing of training, it's something that's embedded in me. That's my goal. I hope that y'all too, you guys have resolutions and you guys have made your little vision boards, and not only have you made them, but you've made plans to stick to them as well. Because so often I also see people, they'll just write goals down, or they'll just say things they want to do, but they won't say how they're going to do it, or they won't start making plans on what to do. You want to lose weight, get a trainer, or get an accountability buddy who y'all are going to go walk every Saturday with. Or you want to maintain your finances, talk to a friend who's really good at finances. And you want to be healthy like I did, go call y'all of your doctors and set up all of those appointments. But I do not want us to be idle or stagnant this year. And at this table, we are a family and we hold each other accountable. So even y'all, if y'all see me and I'm slipping, or if y'all see me outside, ask me, like, Fikayo, how is your trainer going? And hopefully I don't tell you that I quit after 2 weeks because it was too hard. Or ask me, how are your daily runs? And hopefully, I tell you that I am still doing them and I love them so much and they make me really happy, And if I know you and I know that you meet me here at the table, I will be asking you things as well, or I will be keeping you accountable as well. This is what this podcast is. It is a place of growth and a place of learning and a place of connection. So, yeah, I hope that you are getting on that. With that being said, I think I'm basically done. I really appreciate y'all again. I do not take for granted the fact that I am in your ears. We are getting better. I am working on being able to put out better, digital content for you guys. I am working on getting a better mic and getting better equipment as well. And I'm still trying to figure all of this podcasting thing out, but I literally can't tell you how much I appreciate just being here with you right now. And if you listen to all of this, literally, you own my heart. Literally. Thank you so much for listening. get started on that vision board, get started on your goals. If you have any questions, if you want to talk, if you want to be my friend, DM me on Instagram at Fikayo, Fikayo. And I hope I can catch you here again at the table. Bye, y'all.